Maybe y'all saw the news out of Nebraska today. Apparently our entire state is going to go bankrupt in 2 quarters. Me and my husband owned a cattle ranch here, and I can confirm that all of the cattle ranchers here overwhelmingly voted for Trump. We support him. We voted for him. Something like 70% of our entire workforce is undocumented immigrants, and they straight up are not showing up for work anymore. They have all either fled the country, fled the state. They don't want to get raided while at work, so they have just moved on to work somewhere else. And straight up, we are going to go bankrupt now. We are going to go bankrupt. And, we voted. We knew that the immigrants would get deported and he was coming after immigrants, yet we still voted for it. Overwhelmingly voted for our own demise. I was talking to my husband last night, and I have to admit that it seems a bit foolish now when you think about it like that we voted for something that is now putting us directly out of business.
The state of Nebraska has found and found out as they are ready to go bankrupt in the next 6 months. Their state's economy relies heavily on agriculture, and over 70% of their workforce is from undocumented immigrants. Knowing this, they voted for Trump, hoping that he would get rid of the undocumented immigrants. And now they are severely understaffed across the entire state, unable to find enough workers to replace the undocumented immigrants who supplied their state with enough workforce. This is the find out stage of fuck around and find out. In the next 6 months, the state of Nebraska will be entirely bankrupt, unable to support itself, and be looking for a bailout from the federal government. All because they let their racism and hate towards immigrants be more important than their economic livelihoods. There's nothing to feel bad about here. They voted for this. They knew exactly what they were voting for. Now they have what they wanted. Let's see how it turns out for them.
Hey, Nebraska, I hear that you get to be Trump's next bankruptcy. Good for you. Way to go. See, your racism and your transphobia and your hatred of women was just bigger than your sense of self-preservation. Yes, it was. And now you're going to lose your granddaddy's farm. See, just like during the pandemic, when there were all of these subsidies and bailouts for farmers, but they went to the mega corporate farms instead of folks like you, you didn't learn your lesson. So now all those tax breaks and handouts and subsidies are going to go to the folks that are waiting in the wings to swoop up your little piece of legacy, so they can turn it into just another plot of land on a spreadsheet. So as you're packing up your Mima's mementos, emptying out that room where you raised your babies, loading up that dinner table where hundreds of family gatherings made magic, it's going to be hard. But just know that we're so happy for you, that you got what you voted for. We absolutely love this for ya. Peace out. Something bootstraps.
What's up, guys? Hope you all doing well. Welcome to the channel. I am Picasso. I give you a warm welcome. Please don't forget, subscribe, like, and share this video. Let me take this time to appreciate all of you guys who have subscribed, who have liked, who have commented. I really appreciate your support. All right, guys, today we have a very interesting story, an amazing FAFO episode. Guys, let me tell you now, it's like day by day, some MAGAs are finding out in big time. Now we are coming to Nebraska farmers. For those of you who don't know, Nebraska is one of the place full of farmers. They farm corn, they farm a lot of things, so it's like, many crops are coming from Nebraska, especially the corns and kind of those crops, they're coming from Nebraska. So these guys, they went ahead and vote against their own interest. They vote against their own rights. Right now, they're finding out. Man, it's crazy. 2025, it's a finding out. When you F around, you find out. All right, welcome to the channel, guys. Let's keep watching these videos. I'll come back with my commentary. Please don't forget, subscribe, like, and share this video. Tell me in the comment section, what do you think about Nebraska farmers? What do you think about the MAGA that are finding out? Are we having sympathy here? Are we really ready to forgive them? Tell me in the comment section, what do you think about it? All right, let's keep watching this video. I'll come back with my commentary in a few minutes.
I'm seeing a lot of hate towards these Nebraskan farmers, and I would love to hate on them. But we have to root for them, because if these small farms go out of business, who's going to buy up these small farms? It's going to be the corporations. And we're going to be even more fucked than we are now. They're just going to be able to rule everything, price gouge us on everything. So, as much as I don't want to be supportive, we kind of have to support them. And, do anything we can to help them out, even though they voted for the wrong person.
A lot of people effed around, and now they're finding out. And no group of people is going to find out more quickly than farmers, because they're really going to get screwed. With the cutting of this USAID program, they're really going to get hit hard, because what was that program, or is that program, that is not being operated as it's supposed to be because of Donald Trump giving complete control of the federal government to the billionaire who bought him, Elon Musk. Anyways, what was the purpose of that? The purpose was to provide humanitarian relief around the world. And a big part of that was providing food to desperate people around the world. And what we did through that program is purchase a lot of agricultural products produced by American farmers and then distribute those products around the world. Now that money is being withheld illegally, but it's being withheld, and farmers are not getting paid, and their products, their agricultural products, are no longer being purchased by the federal government. I saw a guy, you've probably seen this, it's gone viral, some MAGA farmer complaining about how all these contracts he had to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars of agricultural products to the federal government, that's all being cut now. And he's out hundreds of thousands of dollars. And he specifically starts the video by saying he voted for Donald Trump. And he doesn't take that back, by the way. Apparently, he's still a Trump supporter. And then he goes on to explain how all of these contracts, all this money he was getting, was through the Inflation Reduction Act passed by Joe Biden. And so he's benefiting greatly from Joe Biden's policies. So what does he do? He votes for Donald Trump. Donald Trump promptly kills all of that. He's out hundreds of thousands of dollars, yet he can't bring himself to say that he made a mistake in voting for Donald Trump. The man is losing hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he still can't admit that he made a mistake. These friggin' MAGAs, I'm sorry, I'm going to enjoy people like this guy losing everything. There's consequences for stupidity, and they're going to learn that.
All right, guys, the FAFO episode, the FAFO season, FAFO 2025, when you F around, you finding out, have reached to Nebraska. All right, now, these farmers, now they have a very huge problems. They're facing a big problems, not only the Nebraska farmers, but also other farmers in the state, because right now, farmers are facing really a big issues. So some of the farmers, now they are losing workers. They don't have workers. They don't have immigrants to work in their farms. That's the first thing. And the second thing, there is no government funds. So the government have cut the funds. So you've seen some farmers who have invested a lot of money, but right now they are crying out. They are freaking out because right now they're facing the reality. They voted against their own interest. They voted against their own rights. They went ahead and voted, against them. Why have you done that? You should have considered, because right now you're the one crying out. You're the one suffering. So they're expecting bankruptcy. That's a very huge thing. The farmers in Nebraska, they're expecting bankruptcy, a very huge bankruptcy, because of their decisions. Right now we are seeing the tariffs. We are seeing a lot of economic tensions that are going around, and which is going also to affect these same farmers. Okay, so the crops on the market is not still the same, for example, for the prices and everything. So things have changed. Okay, so right now it's a 25% tariffs on neighboring countries that imports a lot of foods in the states, which is also going to have a big impact. So these guys, I don't know if they will be able to export their produce because of the tariffs. Yes, and other factors which are just going on. So these guys, they went ahead and vote against their own rights, which is now their FAFO. Right now, they're expecting a very big bankruptcy because of their choices. Man, I'm asking myself, how have we come to this point? How have we come to the point where we hate ourselves to the extent where we are facing the real consequences of our actions in the past? Okay, the guy have told you everything. The guy have showed you what he's going to do. The guy is not betraying you guys. But you are the one who never thought, who never, did your research and know what's going on and know what you're going to do and know, what's going to happen in the future. Because if you had that cautious, you should have done your research well, and you shouldn't be in the situation right now as you've seen all the video, all the testimonies people are giving out. What's going to happen to the farmers? What are facing right now? Which is a tragedy, which is, they are finding out, but you ever around the past. And you didn't care about others, you cared about yourself, which is the impact that is going to happen on you. So who is going to cry for you? There's no one. Everyone is crying on their sides. Okay? Everyone is just feeling the effects of what's happening, effects of the tariffs, effects of prices hikes, effects of job losses, funding cuts, effects of the deportation. There is a lot of things happening. So right now, who is going to work in those farmers? Yes, jobs are already there. People who are complaining about jobs, they're already there. Yes. Those jobs where illegal immigrants were doing, you can go and do that same job. But my question is, who is going to work in those farms? Because right now, there's no illegal immigrants. They're scared to go there. Some already they went back in their countries. So you guys, you love yourself so much to the extent where you cause yourself even problems. Okay? And you hate others. So everything has a consequences. Whether good or bad, there is consequences. You F around and you find out. Which is right now that is happening. So are we going to have sympathy again of these people? I know farmers are the backbone of the country. Farmers, they help us to get food. Farmers, they do a lot of work. They deserve all the respect. But some of the farmers who hate themselves, who choose against themselves, who are fighting against themselves, right now, are we going to have sympathy for them? Tell me in the comment section what do you think about it. Are we going to just come out and say, oh, no, we have sympathy for you because you're the farmers? Really? I don't think so. But these guys, they should have considered before what they're doing. They should have just, learned. They should have read carefully about the Project 2025 before going ahead and choose. And you chose against your interest, man. So these farmers are expecting a very big bankruptcy, and you're seeing a lot of things happening mostly on the farmers. These people, I really understand. They support the community. They're the one who give us food. I understand them, but when it comes to the choices where you have an impact on someone's life right now, someone's having a miserable life because of you, it's a very hard to understand, and it's a very difficult to get that big picture. It's very difficult. So now the crisis, the prices, the market is affecting the farmers from Nebraska, which is going to be a very huge impact on the farms there, because that place is full of farms. Yeah, it's a farming place. So which was supporting the country. But right now, the farmers are really crying out. The farmers are expressing their emotion. The farmers are not ready to receive what's going to happen. Yeah, a bankrupt. So it's a very sad situation. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to express this, but it's a very sad situation to the farmers to face such a reality. It's a very sad reality. I'm telling you, it's a very sad reality. We shouldn't be in this place on the farmers. They are very respected people, which they help society, but they shouldn't be in this situation right now where they expect bankrupt. It's a very sad situation. Tell me in the comment section, what do you think about what's happening to Nebraska farmers and even other farmers in the state, because it's not only these ones. I'm telling you, it's not only these ones. A lot of farmers, you've seen different videos. Some are regretting their votes. Some are coming out, expressing their emotions. Some are not getting the government funds, and they have invested a lot of money in the project where the government is supposed to help them. But right now, it's not helping them. So now they're expecting bankrupts. They're not going to continue to farm, and they're going to lose their farms, which is very sad. But when you remember that these guys, they went ahead and chose for themselves. They're the one who brought it to themselves. They're the one who chose, to be in the situation like this. And remember, the former government is the one who supported them. Who gave them the support their project, give them the funds. But right now, they're facing real consequences. All right, tell me in the comment section, what do you think about the situation? What do you think about what's happening? What do you think about the farmers in general? Tell me about the FAFO. What do you think about it? Just write down in the comment section. Let's keep the conversation in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Let's catch up in the next episode. Love you. Bye-bye.